Hi, everybody. I'm Christy Ellis with the Christy Ellis team over at United Brokers Group. A few weeks ago, we put on the event with Bob Berg, MS Referrals, and part of that event was interviewing the sponsors. And I got to be honest, I loved interviewing everybody. I had such a good time with it. I got to know everybody so much better. So when we got to the event, people who had watched the videos had felt like they had already known the people they were talking to. So I thought, well, this would be really fun to continue because there are so many wonderful people who I get to work with on a daily basis that I get to refer out, but maybe not everybody gets to meet them. And I'm thinking, all right, well, who's the best person to start with? But a videographer. So my friend Rafi Isaac is here with South Mountain Films. Now, Rafi's been doing this for 25 years. So if I'm not mistaken, you went to school for this, right, Raf?
I went to film school, and yeah, I graduated in '91. So I'm still working in my major.
Still working in your major. I can't say that. My background is social work. So, well, no, maybe real estate.
No, real estate and social work.
It does. Now, another thing Raph and I have in common are we are from New York, and we met through actually a real estate event, and doesn't surprise me, we hit it off fairly quickly and, fell in love with your wife and your family, and it's just like, they are some of my dearest, dearest friends now, and that's why I think I'm so excited about talking with you today, because I just want to share you with everybody, because I think everybody should know you. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah. Now, I know people think videographer, and I'm going to guarantee you the first thing they're going to say is, does he do weddings? And what is your answer?
My throwaway tagline is that I don't do weddings or bar mitzvahs. It's not because I don't want to. It's just over the last 5 or 6 years, especially with people with cell phones and recording video, it just wasn't a very profitable part of the business anymore. Mm-hmm. Getting hired for 1 or 2 a year really wasn't worth it. And most of my business is business to business. But it was really the cell phones. People if you got 200 guests at your wedding, you've got 200 cameras that can do video and still images. So it's harder for me to compete against that. And the cost is, it is very expensive to hire a video person or a video company to be there all day long for 8 or 9 hours and then to edit all that footage.
Oh, yeah.
Several $1,000s. And it just found that most people didn't want to do that anymore. And I just shifted over to more business to business.
So when you say business to business, I know, from our conversations and everything, so you do cool things that I would never think of. You do depositions, so you can work with attorneys.
Yes, I'm certified in the courts. I got certified. It was actually, I was doing a video for AAR, the Arizona Association of Realtors, mm-hmm. and they had a stenographer there who was taking notes of a proceeding, and we just kind of bumped into each other out in the hallway, and we were talking, and I said, I do video, and she does the depositions as a stenographer, and I didn't put the two together. And she goes, oh, it's a big thing now. They're videotaping depositions. I'm like, really? That sounds fun. How do I get into that?
Yeah.
So she referred me to the National Court Reporters Association, NCRA, which is a very large organization that most stenographers and court personnel belong to. And so I looked into it and I got certified. It was harder than I thought it was going to be. I had to travel to New York. I spent 20 plus hours in a classroom. Then I had to take a written test at a Pearson Center. And after I passed the written test, then I got to fly to Chicago and take a practical exam where they throw you into a room, and the other CLVS is what it's called, a Certified Legal Video Specialist, set up a mock deposition, and you have to film it. And you have to get all the parts right. Otherwise, they don't pass you and you don't get your designation. So
really? Oh, no pressure.
What started more as, this can't be that hard, turned into quite an adventure. But I've been certified now for 3 years. And so I do depositions, day in the life videos of accident victims, which are more like a documentary, mm-hmm. and independent medical exams when somebody is claiming to be hurt or is hurt in an accident. They go to a third-party doctor, and a lot of times now they're having that videotape. The whole, I guess,
interview
exam of that person is being videotaped for whatever purpose, and I don't know what side hires me. I just go and videotape it. So it's fascinating in the legal world to see, how video has really started to become very important as witnesses and attorneys become more globalized.
Isn't, yeah. And so you've got the legal side, because then you can totally switch gears and you can do the legacy video. So if there's someone who is an elder in your family and they want to record their history and their life and pass it on to their family members, you do that?
We have a package called a Heritage Family Video, where it started on sort of a sad note. I was contacted by a friend whose mother was dying of cancer, and she wanted to document, and her daughter, so the granddaughter, had just gotten married, and she was afraid that her mother was not going to make it to see great-grandchildren. So she was like, hey, can you videotape my mother and, just talk to her for an hour? And I said, absolutely. And it was a blast. I dug up all these questions online from Ancestry.com and all these different sites, and just kind of Googled around, put together, I don't know, like 4 or 5 pages of questions, and just sat down and had a conversation. And it was fascinating that the mother learned stuff about her own mother that she didn't know because of this. And it's all documented. Fortunately, the mother is still alive. But out of that, I was like, this could be a really fun video for people to document family history from people who maybe went through a particular war or unfortunately are dying or potentially dying. Oh, let me mute that. Sorry.
Gotta love technology some days.
Yeah. There we go. So we started doing the Heritage Family. I just put a package together for $700. I come in.
Nobody has to be dying either. It could be just for anything. It could be
for anything. And
you just want to share your stories and you want to continue, or a family member, like, when you have that older family member, you don't know what to get them for their birthdays or holidays or whatever. This could be something you guys can, the family can get together and give as a gift and have them video their life. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I did several of those around Christmas time for exactly that.
That makes sense.
Parents or grandparents were coming to town to visit.
Oh yeah.
So we videotaped them and documented their lives, and the video, the DVDs were gifts then to children and grandchildren.
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, what a great idea. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, all right, so 25 years in this business, I bet there's been quite a few changes.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, when I went to film school, it was film. We shot on
actual film.
Actual film. And when we edited, we wore white gloves and we sat in dark rooms and the reel to reel, and we would physically cut the film, tape it back together, watch it again, and go, no, let's take another half second off, put it back down, cut it again. So, I mean, it wasn't all that. We did have 3/4 video and Betamax and some of those other early stages of video. But the truth of the matter is the 3/4 inch video camera probably weighed a good 40 or 50 pounds.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was a massive, massive camera. But now everything is digital. My camera weighs, I don't know, 4 pounds, 5 pounds. It shoots on SD cards that I can go for 12 to 24 hours continuous. So it's made it a lot easier. Especially because most of my clients
physically on you with having to hold all that stuff too.
Oh yeah, I mean with the video equipment that we used in college, you had a separate audio recorder, you had a giant tripod, the giant camera, I mean, light kits. Everything has gotten smaller, more efficient, more compact. It's really made it a lot easier for people like me, who for the most part it is just me doing the filming. That I can travel very efficiently and get a much better image, much better sound, and I don't have to worry about lugging. Although I have a very good chiropractor, I don't have to worry about really.
Him another day too.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about hurting myself with the equipment. But it's really brought the cost down too. More importantly for the clients and my customers, that one of the last TV commercials I worked on, probably 15, 16 years ago, was a Citibank commercial. I was working for an ad agency in New York, and I think they spent like $3 or $4 million on this 30-second commercial that honestly, I only saw it on TV maybe 10 or 15 times. And I got a chuckle out of it because, we were on it. We helped make it. But now it costs a fraction of that. I'm doing videos, honestly, for $600-700 for minute-long videos that are professionally done. They sound great. They look great. We put in all the graphics. Fortunately, the equipment has come down in price, which then allows me to pass that savings on to the consumer. Mm-hmm. And we can do more videos for more people.
Okay, so then there's a question. Why do people love videos? So more people want to do videos. Why does everybody love video?
Well, for the same reason that we're doing this on video instead of just on the phone. People like to see other people. They love watching video. I mean, for me, if I run into a problem with something, my first choice is YouTube. I go and search it on YouTube and see if there's a video to show me how to fix whatever it may be.
That's true.
I would rather watch a video post on Facebook than read something. I would rather watch an explainer video on a new product than read a 15-page brochure that they sent me.
Do you think if we added more cats to the videos, more people would watch them as well?
Yeah, I think cat videos are...
What is that demographic? Like, the numbers you've shared with me on cat videos are like outstanding. Like,
I know.
I'm shocked. So I think, wait, if I had a cat, I should go get a cat in the video.
Cat people are a unique breed, but it's not, you know, people now are filming everything, you know, and it doesn't mean that it's all good, but, you know, I don't need to see what you ate for breakfast, but.
That's a good point. What do you not video? Like, what is like, do we need to, I mean, there gets to a point, like you said, you know, really, come on.
Yeah. When it falls into a family range, I would say, obviously, you know, videotaping, you know, for me, my parents still live in New York. So it's fun to Skype with them and watch them, and as we're interacting the same way that you and I are doing it. So family stuff like that, you know, I'm all for it. For businesses, it's very important to show the owner of the business. What do they look like? What do they sound like? Showing a product that they sell, showing that product being used in an everyday world situation.
Right.
I think that's what people really like about video. It's faster and easier, and we're visual animals. You know, we don't walk around this world reading everything. There's a reason stop signs are a certain shape and color, so that we don't have to read it. We know what it means. We walk through life and we have depth perception, and we can see colors, and, you know, so video is just translating that into a different medium. It's putting it on a laptop. It's putting it on a phone. We're incorporating it in social media. Video and emails are becoming more and more popular.
And I definitely feel like when I'm watching someone's video, I definitely feel like I know them. Like, they have no idea, the person who's doing the video, of who I am. Yet I already feel like I know them. And I feel like, oh, you know, it's that influence they have over me now because I have seen them in a video.
Yeah, I refer to it as a celebrity worship, in a sense, that when you're watching a YouTuber, you really think that you know them. It's really no different than, why do you watch the weather person on ABC versus CBS? You've never met them, but there's something about them, the way that they act, the way that they talk, that you connect with them, and video allows that to happen. So the more videos a business has out there about the people who are in the business, not just a product, but a service, or the people who are selling the product and will install that product, it builds a lot of confidence and credibility for that business that really no other medium can get that out that quickly. For you as a realtor, you know, making short little videos. I mean, if you were to do a video, just a short video saying, hey, I'm Christy Ellis, thank you for giving me this listing. We're going to do the best. Here are my team members. You just do a short little generic video and you send that to a new listing. That person feels like, wow, you bent over backwards to make this video, because people still think there's a lot that goes into video. And there is, but video's gotten easier to make. But it makes that personal connection rather than a PDF or a flyer. Those are all important, but I still think video is the best way to make that first real impression and that first connection with somebody.
I want to be the first real estate agent to do a video for sale sign. I
Yeah.
gotta figure out how to do that.
Well, you know, it's kind of coming that way. I met with a company that advertises on the gas stations. If you've been to like AM,
Oh
PM,
yeah. And you go put the thing in, it does the TV.
and as soon as you're pumping your gas, the TV
Yeah.
starts playing a commercial. What they're looking to do now is, because most people's smartphones are coded geographically so they know where you are, that when you're in that area, let's say in Gilbert at an AM, PM, that the local realtor might pop up now on,
Mm.
because they've advertised in that area. And it gets a little scarier than that. But if you were at home searching for houses in Gilbert, your computer knows that, your phone knows that, because they are tracking that data. As scary
And
as
Alexa knows it too. She puts stuff in my.
exactly. So I mean, it's already happening. But now picture you're looking for homes on, you know, Zillow, let's say, and you're looking in Gilbert. Now you drive to a gas station that's in Gilbert. Your phone knows where you are. That realtor's commercial is now going to pop up on the gas station.
I'm sort of a little for that and sort of a little against it, but I get it. So,
Yeah, but it's no different than you shop on something on Amazon, and then whatever that thing is follows you around for days, no matter what other site you go to. So
it's so true. It's so true.
yeah, the video, all this technology has its pluses and minuses, and there's certainly ways to abuse it. But the video, I think just more people would rather watch a video than read something. Now, if you're going to sit down and read a book, yeah, you're taking private time to sit down and read a book. But if it's watch a 5-minute video on YouTube or read a 20-page manual, people are going to watch the video on
That's
YouTube.
why TED Talks do so well, right? Because people will go on TED Talk. It's usually an author that comes on and kind of gives a little general synopsis. You know, so we've talked about the legacy videos you do, the legal stuff, but you also do audiobooks, podcasts, green screens, animation, post-production editing, consulting. And so if anyone who's watching this, because I could talk to you for hours, you know that. We have done this over pizza, you know, at various locations throughout the valley. So I don't want to give you all away. I want people to come in. I want people to want to talk to you more. And because there is so much more that you have to share. And I love, because you're both a data guy, so you have statistics and information on why things work, and you're a how-to guy, so you can tell everybody how to make this stuff work. And you also help them work within their budget. So if they have this amount, then you can create a plan for them. And if you have this amount, you create their larger, you know, so I love that piece of your business plan, is that you can work within someone's need, and you can share with them. If it's something you can't do, you'll share it with them on how they can get it done. So if someone does want to talk to you, wants to speak with you more, wants to have a one-on-one with you, how do they get in touch with you?
Best way to reach me is my cell phone. Text me. It's 480-788-7234, which is 480-788-Rafi. Or they can email me. Go to my website, southmountainfilms.com. There's a connect button there as well. And yeah, something I did want to touch on something that you just mentioned. All consultations are free. I'll give somebody an hour and a half and sit down and talk to them about their video project. And I do work with a lot of businesses that do film their own, you know, whether it's on their cell phone or they use their own camera. They can send it to me and I'll edit it or work with them. It's not about having to do the whole project from start to finish. Obviously, we do that here, and I love to do that. But I also love watching businesses incorporate video more and you have the video help them grow their business.
Yeah, because like you said earlier, you know, people still maybe have a misperception of, or a misunderstanding of the cost of some of this, or they're thinking like, you know, this 30-second commercial is going to cost me how much to do, or in reality, it may not be that, and there are going to be pieces you may or may not want to do, and there's pieces that you can source out, and so you can make that work for people. So I think it'd be crazy to not at least have a conversation with you to find out where that fits in their business budget, because I think a lot of people will be surprised at how much sense it makes in considering the return on the investment, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, and there are a lot of ways to maximize the dollar. I just videoed a podcaster last week. In the 2 hours that we sat down to film, and we were filming the podcast, but we did 6 podcasts. So he's going to get 6 months worth, because he releases a podcast once a month. 6 months out of that 2-hour shoot.
Yeah.
So, and then the editing is easier for me too, that once I get into a rhythm, the first one takes a little bit longer, then the second one goes faster, and the third one goes faster. I can knock out those 6 podcasts very quickly, get it back to him, and the cost per video is very small.
Yeah.
And he was one of those people who was like, listen, I don't have thousands of dollars to spend. You don't need thousands of dollars.
You don't need it. And that's what, so everybody, thank you for being here. Please give, call Raph, talk to him, have a conversation just before you do anything, because you think you don't have the ability to do it, just have the conversation. So
yes,
thank you guys for being here. We so appreciate it. Raph, I am so thankful for your friendship and your expertise in this business. And thank you for being part of our show.
Absolutely. I love you, Christy.
I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.